are live on the Virtual Grip Network from the hills of Virginia for the final race of round number 3 for the OBRL YesterYear Racing Cup Series. YesterYear, where past meets present. I'm Zach Chapman, a.k.a. Shaggy, along with my new partner in crime, B-Mac Brian McCrae, and we're lucky enough to have the heartbeat of VGN. The absolute best at bringing all the sights and sounds, the one and only Ryan Seneker. Last Sunday night, the boys went to play at the Talladega Super Speedway, where we would find ourselves a first-time winner, and it couldn't have come in a more clutch fashion. All season, Jerry Isaacs has been the model of consistency as he found himself inside the playoffs as the highest-seeded driver without a win. But with the help of his teammate Andrew Kotska, that would all change. Two linked up together early and looked to have the race in the bag as we approach the final 20 laps. But all of this would change after caution would tighten up the field, where Jerry would then have to trust Kotska to stay plugged to that rear end, which is exactly what he did. They would come home 1-2 along with the Fish coming home third. And now the point standings are the big story, though, as we head into Martinsville, because Sean Foltz and Jerry Isaacs are locked into the finale at Phoenix, but there are still 2 more spots on the line. Kotska finds himself 18 points over the cut line, while Tom Ogle only finds himself 6 points ahead of the Black Cat Daniel Hill for that final playoff spot. Who will be the final 4 when we compete for the championship? Let's find out as we're set to go 180 laps around the Martinsville Speedway. A B-Mac, with the playoff stage almost set, what kind of chaos do we expect at the flat half-mile Martinsville Speedway?
I expect it to get sloppy, especially in the back. And I tell you what, if you're one of those 2 drivers that is in the playoffs, one thing you do not want to get is a penalty, because that means you have to start in the back for the championship. So I know if you're Sean or you are just riding and trying to stay out of trouble, and pretty much everybody else is too. So we got a big field tonight. 150 laps is a long race, so you're really trying to take care of your equipment, run the car 85%, and keep it clean till the end.
Brian, you know, it's no surprise here. You're a familiar name. You've run a couple times this season. It took me a while to put that together, but man, you know how these guys will race clean. And I know you said penalties. You got to watch out for the penalties. But if you're that man on the outside trying to fight your way in, is it maybe worth the penalty tonight here? Or, I mean, how do you think a man like Daniel Hill plays it here tonight?
Man, you know, as race admins, we're pretty loose with those penalties. You can certainly nudge a guy over if you need to move him out of the way, and that's just short track racing. So I would certainly expect to see some of that. Don't want to wreck anybody on purpose, but if you got to, lay the bumper to somebody to move him out of the way, that's just short track racing.
Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the points, Ryan. Bring up that beautifully made graphic. And you can see right now, Sean Foltz, Isaacs, as I told you, they're gold. They're locked in. They've got to win. Andrew Kotska, he's 18 points to the good. Now, that sounds okay, Brian, but you and I both know, man, anything could happen at Martinsville. I mean, I'd say the only way to really guarantee it is to just run up front the whole night and kind of keep that thing clean.
That really is the way. I tell you, any of those other 6 drivers are fully capable of winning races. I would not be surprised to see this be a knife fight to the end.
Yeah, and, I'm not going to spoil it here because obviously we'll get the grid coming up soon, but there may be a guy in yellow who right now, B-Mac, he's qualified inside that top 2. So this may be the haymaker here that the boys at home are looking for tonight. But we're about 20-25 seconds left. Brian, John and I don't do this too often, but you've got an insight. You race with these guys, and I feel like I've watched them enough. And who do you think's going to win tonight? Me personally, I know Courtney, he's out of the playoffs, but I think I was watching him in practice. I think this is a race where Courtney Nelson's going to steal a win. Who do you think?
If the chips are down, I got to go with the general. I mean, you got to go with the 83. Dwayne McArthur's fully capable of winning anywhere, anytime. And when he's got to win to get in the championship, I think he'll turn it up a little bit extra tonight.
Well, let's hope he does. May need it as the drivers get set to take the starting grid here on the front stretch. We will look at your starting grid here, and we will go row by row. Roger Hurley the man up front and to the outside. That man in the yellow that I was talking about, James Hislop, almost gets there. He's going to start on the outside of the front row.
And starting third, number 11, Tom Ogle. Look out for him and his gorgeous race cars to be able to win tonight. And of course, the 78, Courtney Nelson. We've already been talking about him a whole lot. Dark horse to win anyways he starts.
The 83 of the General, Dwayne MacArthur, lines up on the inside of row number 3 to the top shelf, the 1 of Greg McDaniel.
And starting 7th, the number 40, Andrew Kotska, also fully capable of winning races. And number 2, the GOAT, Clay Walker.
Jerry Isaacs, the man who found himself in victory lane last week. No pressure here at Martinsville. He lines up on the inside of row 5 to the outside, the 00 of Lloyd Moore.
And starting 11th, we've got Chris Go, and to the his outside, the 94, Scott Neckes.
Patrick Martindale in the 93 lines up on the inside of row 7 to the outside, the 43 of Kelvin Mosier.
And starting 15th, the 81, Chris Bates, and to his outside, the 73, Torrance Childs.
Lucky Leroy Corey there, or Larry Corey. He changed it to Leroy on me there. Lucky Larry Corey lines up on the inside of row 9 to the top shelf, Nicholas Self.
And starting 19th, the 05, Tommy and Macy. And rounding out the top 20, the 102, Todd Cousins.
Sean Foltz lines up on the inside of Brian Lynch. They're going to make up row 11.
And starting 23rd, number 18, Bill Martin. To his outside, number 4, Dakota Pischke, always a threat.
Gavin Adams lines up on the inside of the 9-ball, Alan Wanamaker for row 13. And Michael Dow will round out the field as man, dude. D-Mac, that, you know, you're a dang professional. They didn't even move yet. We're done.
Let's have a great race tonight, fellas. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, you know, we did our part. They got to do theirs. We can only do so much here. And I got a feeling, you know, that row number 2, man, there may be some fireworks. Tom Ogle's going to want to win here. Got Courtney on the outside. You mentioned the General, Dwayne MacArthur, then lined up inside of row 3. I mean, boy, oh boy, I don't know if the front row's safe.
I think any of the top 3, any of those first 3 rows, you know, those top 6 are fully capable of winning this race today.
Do the 2 pace laps here. I sped that one up. I always forget. Smaller tracks here, Bristol, we do the 2 openers. So we had a little bit more time here as pace down the front stretch for what will be the final time behind that pace car. And I'm going to go 90 miles here around the Martinsville Speedway. And as we've highlighted throughout the chase, but those cars with the pink spoilers, pink numbers, they are your chase contenders. Tom Ogle, he's going to break that. He doesn't feel like having that on there, I think, unless he's got it on the spoiler, but no pink number. Okay, never mind. Ryan's going to vouch for him. He says it's on there, so I'll take Ryan's word. As the green flag is high, she is ready to fly. We've got 180 laps to play at the Martinsville Speedway. We are underway. Good run there for the 77. Hislop looked like he overdrove there on the entry to 1, and now Tom Ogle fights on the inside.
Yeah, the 78 gave his teammate gave him a little bit of slack there. Let him slip back in there right there.
Oh boy, we got another fight there. Tom Ogle, maybe. I'm kind of surprised by this B-Mac now. You know, you've been driving a little this season, but so far, it seems like the outside is maybe where you want to be if you pinch that guy down low and, you know, you trust him to not lean on you. I mean, that's twice Ogle got passed on the outside.
You said it. You pinch him on exit, right? You hold him down low, and when you got new tires, you can certainly do that. But I think as the tires wear in, that the outside's going to start to become a little bit less effective.
You know, you're bringing up those tires. Do we expect tires to, you know, be a problem here, or do you think they'll go a whole fuel run and, you know, they're going to try to one-stop this if they can?
I think you're already seeing it. I think you would look at Tom Ogle right now. He's already not pushing it. He's already thinking about tires, and you have to think about tires in the OBRL. It's the only way you'll be successful. And here at Martinsville, you know, we might see a couple of cautions, but this track is notorious for a lot of long green runs like what's setting up right now. So you might go 100, 115 laps on the same set of tires.
Yeah, and really, I mean, I want to say the top 18 basically single file. I think 17 Torrance Childs now involved in that first side-by-side battle. I mean, B-Mac, the guys, they just want to find that rhythm, and truthfully, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're back here towards the back, you know, hence the side-by-side racing, this place is not very big. As who just crossed the line last? Is that Gavin Adams or no? Alan Wanamaker running in the back. Now, some guys, you know, I mean, you're half a lap down.
Yeah, you're half a lap down at the start, and that's you got to go. But at the same time, you know, the guys in the back, you're going to be 3 wide. You're going to be racing guys who are not as fast as some of the leaders. So it's really tricky to pick your way through there at a short track like this and keep your car clean at the same time.
And actually, now that I look at it, I don't see Michael Dow or Alan Wanamaker on the racetrack. I get confirmation they did not take the grid. So it was actually Nicholas Self that I was looking at. Sorry about the confusion, Ryan. But yeah, I mean, as you look, he's driving through 1 and 2. Leader coming off of 4 right now. So, I mean, he's a half a lap behind already. And, I mean, BMAC, we're only on lap 9.
Yeah, they're already nose to tail. I mean, there's not a whole lot of passing going on, so your track position is going to be king today if it keeps up like this. It looks to me like everybody's just saving tires. Like, the first top 10 aren't really even pressing each other. I think we know they got a long way to go trying to save those tires for the end of the run.
Yeah, I wonder, you know, and obviously in the dream world, you're exactly right. That's what you want to do. But, I mean, you mentioned, you know, your pick of the race there, Dwayne MacArthur. You're running around a guy who has that playoff spot right in front of you. I mean, you got to be feeling a little bit of pressure here. I mean, the devil's got to be talking on your shoulder because, you know, if that caution would fly, it could turn into a track position game here with new tires. So he doesn't want to wait too long here. He's got to play a game.
You're absolutely right. And I know a lot of the more inexperienced guys, myself included, when you start running up front, you definitely push the car harder. I think Dwayne specifically is really good at not doing that. He tends to come on, you know, late in the run and then carry a lot of speed towards the end.
And James Hislop, boy, is he wishing Roger Hurley didn't show up tonight. I mean, what a win would mean to him. He is down there in the point standings. That would lock him into the final round as we roll into Phoenix. But hey, now, man, that's 77 of Roger Hurley. I mean, he is just glued to the bottom.
Yeah, he's setting sail.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And, you know, I mean, John and I, we had talked about it in the weeks leading up. But, BMAC, I haven't really, you know, gotten that kind of relationship with you yet. And do you do a lot of road course racing? Because I know this is a short track, but John and I really do like to compare this to a little bit of road course racing. You know, the way drivers have to trail brake. This really is a unique place.
I love road course racing. I have my sim racing team. We run endurance races, so I've run all the 24-hour races. It is a secret love of mine, and you're exactly correct. You're almost, you know, you're on the brakes probably halfway on this track, and so your ability to use the brakes to artfully turn the car is what's going to determine success here. Because I keep coming back to it. That's the thing's going to help you save tires.
Yeah, and, you know, BMAC, obviously there are levels to this thing. And do you think there are guys who, I mean, obviously towards the front, I kind of expect it, but, I mean, are we going to see brake pressure adjustments, you know, throughout the race as the tires age? Maybe dial a little more back to the rear, stuff like that?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm on that bias every other lap, especially at a flat track like this, trying to get the car to turn more or less depending on the heat and the amount of rubber that's down.
Now you can see, I mean, the boys, they're still running in line as Ryan. I mean, he reads my mind. The battle for the lead is starting to heat up.
Yeah, 92's closing a little bit there.
Yeah, you can see him. He enters about a half a lane higher, and he just kind of arcs down in the center of the corner, maybe able to pick up the throttle a little earlier. Now, I like this BMAC, but, I mean, I think he's wearing that right front tire a little bit more than that 77. Wouldn't you think they're cranking that down the hill like that?
Yeah, you know, in the 78 and the 92 are teammates. Man, Courtney, man, he's a bull in a china shop. He's always going to go fast, and so they will sacrifice equipment for speed. So I'm not surprised to see those two, you know, push in a little bit early. But that means he's making the 77 do the same thing. Okay,
so see, that's where I said, BMAC, you'd be beautiful. So you're telling me those front two, I've had all season to know this, and, you know, I haven't figured it out. You're telling me they're teammates?
Yes, sir, they are teammates.
Okay, so now, obviously, I don't think this is, you know, foul play. But do you think Roger maybe last lap, if we're running the same way, maybe willing to give up a win here to that guy behind him? Maybe that's why.
I think that, I mean, it goes back to, I think we will all run our races correctly. You know, we don't want to manipulate manipulate the race outcome. But man, I've got 6 drivers on the Top Flight team, and we work together because we can. Now we're not going to manipulate the outcome of a race, but if I can move a guy over and help a guy out, I definitely will.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically, I mean, we see it in NASCAR all the time. I mean, we saw it at Talladega with Kotska and Isaacs. We got a battle for the lead, Ryan. Battle for the lead. The 92 sends it in deep. Hislop, he knows. He says, I got to win. I got to win, Roger. Don't take it personal. They make contact one more time.
That was a great pass. That was a great move. I tell you, I think that the 77 got a little tight there. The 92 just pounced, not giving an inch there.
No, and I absolutely love, that's what Hislop had to do as he's entering one after he makes the move. The 77, I mean, there was a little contact on corner entry, but BMAC, the way I saw it, 77 kind of comes down for corner entry, but I liked what James did, kind of planted himself there in the middle, and he said, hey, if you want to do this, you're going to go up high in the marbles, and that's what you got to do.
That's right. I think these guys, you run with guys who if I send it in there, the 77 is going to hold, and maybe if I have to lean on his door a little bit, it's all right. Nobody's going to get crazy. So you can be a little more assertive with a move like that. But 78's giving some pressure here too for second place.
Yes, he is, and something. Oh, go ahead, BMAC. Sorry.
You wonder if they ran the 77's tires off, and now they're paying. Hurley's paying the price for that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Roger enter in, I like to say, about that half a car lower, and he wasn't, giving up any time on corner entry. So you got to think maybe he's working it through the entry rather than through the center, how I kind of blame that 92. And I don't mean to change the subject here, but when I kind of blanked out BMAC and then talked over you, I just realized something huge that I can't believe I didn't talk to you about for the race. No Daniel Hill tonight. Daniel Hill, he is not going to be he's not going to be playoff racing here for the championship. I just noticed that.
Man, something must have come up. That's a tough one. I have to see what's up with that. But ultimately, we joke about this all the time. These are pretend race cars, so life gets in the way sometimes. Life, kids, etc. So we always try to make room for that. So hope whatever that is, it's something positive and not negative.
Yep, yeah, that's all we can hope for there. But as you mentioned, I thought we were going to see that battle.
Oh man,
second heat up even more there. Oh man, I think Courtney. He had to maybe lift a little bit there in the center of the corner. He caught him so quick. And now, man, it almost seems like, and it's a tough place to be, BMAC. We're only on lap 30, and man, that 77, he seems to just be hanging on.
He's hurting. He's holding everybody up too, so everybody's going to start to get a little bit less patient around him. You see the 78 locking up there going on entry.
Yeah, and then, man, it looked like the 77 was going to leave it open in the center of the corner. Maybe he was mirror watching, then decided to shut the door, and the 78 had to check up one more time. But as you mentioned, people will start to get impatient. I know we're only on lap 32, and, Roger, he's running his race. He's doing what he's got to do. But at some point, man, you got to weigh risk versus reward, and those guys are ready to go, I think.
You've also, by now, you're starting to get your rhythm, and you're white knuckling, not really thinking about much but the corner ahead, and the guys that are kind of naturally fast, who are naturally getting those fast laps, are going to start to rise to the top.
Another one. A guy gets in the outside wall as your leader puts him a lap down. Couldn't tell who that was. It didn't look to be too bad, but BMAC, that's one of those things that I haven't really, talked about here tonight, but we mentioned that outside. Yeah, you can get the pass done on fresh tires, but as you get up there too high, there are going to be a lot of marbles starting to develop here up top.
Yeah, I think there's a reason why everybody's single file down low right now. That high line with these older tires and all that rubber probably isn't working as well. But it is getting tight. Look at that.
Yeah, and
with 83-1, Ogle's coming back through. These are all guys who may have laid back early in the run, who you're going to see start kind of naturally position by position as their tires wear slow to everybody else's. You'll start to see it. That's what's so confounding. You race these guys, and I can be just as fast as any of these guys for 5 laps, but man, they just, on old tires, you won't find racers better than the guys in this league.
Yeah, that's where, I can go out there as well, B-Mac, go be a one-lap hero, compete for, quick time. But the fact that some of these guys are still almost running just as fast as they were, to start this race right now, that is something I have yet to adapt that to my craft here.
I think it's the last piece to be able to win races is you have to be able to do that in the OBRL. You have to be able to manage tires all the way. I mean, this is a 30-lap run, a green flag run, and you have to be able to run through a 30, 40, 50, 60-lap run sometimes. I've got 93. Looks like he's got in the wall there.
Yeah, Patrick Martindale in the outside wall there. He drives it in up high again to 1 and 2. No caution flag.
I wonder if you got those marbles, just like you said, it gets so slick up there once you get out of the racing line.
Yeah, and that's where, you're really, 9 times out of 10, B-Mac, you're doing that to be nice. You're trying to get out of somebody's way, and then all of a sudden...
slide it right into the wall.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The car just, it'll disagree with you. It'll get real mad at you, and you got to think those boys... That's what I was going to say. You got to think those boys stuck behind the 77 are starting to get a little frustrated here.
Yeah, they are.
Obviously, B-Mac, 2 seconds, it's not a killer here, but short track racing, that's a long way around. And, James Hislop, you don't want to let him open that can too much. There is a certain gap where if we don't get a caution, unless he messes up a pit stop, you're all but damned unless you possibly short pit. But look at the general.
Oh, look at this.
Missed his move. Oh, boy, full send. Courtney Nelson got to go up the racetrack, and I think Courtney may have just checked someone off that Christmas list there, B-Mac.
Yeah, Courtney's not going to be happy about that. That's not a guy that I want mad at me on the racetrack. So I think 83 better check out here.
Yeah. Oh, look at it. He knows what he did. He knows he was bad.
He did. Yep. He gave it back there. That's the OBRL style right there. He made a mistake, got loose, and gave it back like a gentleman.
And that's what Lewis Hamilton should have did today, and he wouldn't have got that 10-second penalty. You make that mistake, you just give it back, you own up to it. And I would think, obviously, there, B-Mac, not penalty worthy, but you being on the admin team, when you do something like that, I would assume that goes a long way.
It absolutely does. That's the expected behavior here, but we definitely appreciate it when we see it.
Now, that gap that we talked about earlier, how I know those guys in second maybe were a little frustrated. Obviously, they're third. They got to recatch the guy in second now. But Roger Hurley, last time by, he was a little quicker than your leader, James Hislop. So while not a whole... Or what'd you say, B-Mac? Sorry?
Hislop's going to start running up against lap traffic. He's got a line of lap cars ahead of him. So I expect that gap between him and the 77 and the rest of the field to shrink.
Yeah, and you would got to think, obviously the first couple lap cars, they played really nice, but now it'll start to get a little more difficult. Those guys are battling for position, Brian, so now you got to expect them to run their own race too.
Yeah, you're battling for position and also to stay on the lead lap. And staying on the lead lap is crucial at this racetrack.
Yeah, and speaking of staying on the lead lap, which, I mentioned, for some of the guys to catch James, may need to short pit, but if you short pit here and you're not the leader, I would assume, you're almost going to go 2 laps down here, B-Mac. So
maybe 3.
You can't. Yeah. So, a caution, we both know what that means. That's a dagger. So you got to make sure, you play this thing right. Well, Roger Hurley just works himself by Bill Martin. And when he did, he had to kind of lift, couldn't clear Bill Martin coming off the corner. And that allowed Roger Hurley to gain another 0.2 this lap. Almost has it down to 1.5 seconds here. He is reeling in that 92 slowly but surely here.
Just like we said, that lap traffic playing a role. But those tires are starting to get worn in, getting real slick out there. So it's getting to be time to go, but the car's not responding like it was when you started.
And you can see there, Martindale tries to slow down and get out of the way, but really compromised there. The 92 and corner entry really had to slow down. Loses some more time, and now the gap down to 1.3 seconds. Boy, oh boy, lap traffic here, as we expected. That's going to play a factor here, B-Mac.
The whole race, especially if we stay green like this. And they tend, it's weird because you'll get some open track and then you'll get 5 or 6 lap cars in a row and it just takes forever to pass and they get side by side. It's so frustrating.
I should mention it hasn't been a whole bunch, but we have had a couple cars come down pit road. We do have one down there now, Kelvin Moser. So some guys maybe experiencing high tire wear early or maybe slapped the wall, got a little bit of damage, but
yeah, fuel's not going to be an issue. I think you can go almost the whole race. I don't think you can quite make it, but it's definitely going to be who can save their tires the most. And it's a roll of the dice because you're going to set much faster lap times when you come out, but you want to take that chance of being a couple laps down and having the whole field having to pit.
and I'm hearing Kelvin Moser retired here. That's why he was pulling off. Had enough short track racing for the night. We're going to have a little more short track racing. I'm telling you, getting towards the front. If Hislop can clear these two, he's got it down to within almost a second, 1.2 as he drives under Bill Martin here. Bill going to let him have corner exit. He won't lose any time. Now Hislop, how clear? When's the next set of lap cars? To the next one. He's got a little bit of time here. I'd say he's got 10 to 15 laps. I mean, almost a full straightaway. So Hislop, we'll have to see now, BMAC, if he can open back up that can a little bit, or if it was, if it was indeed lap traffic kind of messing with him.
Yeah, he's taking a little bit of a higher line through. You don't see him rubbing or hanging down on the curb, so he might be trying to enter it a little bit more shallow, try to save those tires a little bit more, try to be smooth here. I bet it must be hard to stick to the bottom with the tires worn like this.
Yeah, especially, you see that lap time slowing down a little bit. You know how it is, BMAC. The real way to go fast is slow. I mean, you know that from being a road racer. But when you see that bar, that relative bar, you're going a little slower. That driver in you, man, you just want to attack that corner and you forget all about how important that exit is.
100%. You just described it in a nutshell right there. Yeah, you want to outbrake it, so you wind up braking late, then you get to the gas too early, so wait a little bit, especially as the tires wear in. It really starts to separate the people who can handle those long runs, is who can manage the throttle through all phases of the corner like that.
Watching Jerry Isaacs, that man, he is locked in. He is just out here for a Sunday drive, and a man in front of him not locked in, Andrew Kotska. He's pretty good on points. I would say, we can't afford the NASCAR live picker, to update with the points. But I would assume there being 18 points to the good right now. Isaac's running 7th. It may not be something to write home about here, BMAC, but that should get him to the next round.
If you can clock a single-digit finish, 0x, and no penalties, and go on to the championship race, that is a successful outcome. They don't look like they're pushing too hard right now. They're giving a lot of give and take. They're just kind of rolling and riding right now. So.
No, and I would say we kind of saw that White Claw machine there creep in, and Tom Ogle in the 11. That's somebody right now who, if he is aware, which I'm sure he is, BMAC, James Hislop's winning, okay? That leaves one more spot. And that man right behind you in the rearview mirror, he's got you by 14 points. I mean, Ogle, he's got to be feeling it. I mean, he's got to go, right? I mean, literally, I know we have 100 and almost 20 laps to go. But literally, I mean, he's in that movie with Keanu Reeves, man. He's got to keep the bus going. He can't slow down.
Tom is the thing about Tom I've noticed is that he's the guy who will always be there at the end of the race. It doesn't matter where he started, doesn't matter what kind of trouble he has, he'll always find a way to wind up in the top 5 at the end of the race, being there for the win. So I wouldn't be surprised right now if he is just kind of being smooth and trying to stay clean and trying to get keep his stuff clean to be there for the last 10 laps. And I don't know. He's pretty calm about it too. Like I'm with you. Like if I'm in this race right now and I'm in the playoffs, I'm going. I'm driving the wheels off the car right now. So this is why I'm in the booth, not in the car.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point because I would have been in the camp. Get me to the front, and I'll worry about it later. And then I'd be worrying about it right now, probably sinking to the back. But man, oh man, as he coined his own name, Liberace. I mean, he is He has got to get going if I were on that horn, but he is staying calm, smooth, collected here. And now you're watching Andrew Kotska make a move on the lap car here. Jerry Isaacs will try to pick the meat off the bone as well. He clears him. I believe, yeah, that's Clay Walker. He was able to clear him as well, the GOAT. He's got a guy we haven't talked about really all night, Crisco, rounding out the top 10. He's having a pretty good run here.
Yeah, he's having a great run. Manage a top 10 run anywhere in the OBRL. That's a notch in your belt for sure. Got a lot of good cars already a lap down too this early in the race.
Oh boy, oh man, I'm watching your leader. He almost made it 3 wide. Patrick Martindale got out of the way of Gavin Adams, but at the same time, man, his lap, he was getting a little greedy there, almost got caught with sticky fingers, and you can see now, I mean, the gap last time by was 1.5. It's down to 1.2. I mean, he had his hands full out front, B-Mac. That is not a scare you want to have when you're the leader.
That's something that you don't think about until you're in the middle of it. And you think about, how did I get myself into this? And then you got to think about how to get yourself out of it really quickly. I'm sure he did not want to be there either.
Been really interesting, too. I wouldn't think one set of corners, you know, would kind of damn you, as they say, B-Mac. But since we saw Dwayne MacArthur kind of shoot deep on Courtney Nelson, I mean, they've fallen back. I mean, Roger Hurley's 2.7 seconds ahead. They're almost 4.5 seconds off the leader. I mean, do you think maybe just that one set of corner possibly just knocked them off their rhythm? I mean, I'm kind of having trouble explaining this one to myself.
You know, Courtney runs hard, and Dwayne, you know, they were mixing it up pretty good there. And sometimes when you're mixing it up with another driver, you forget that you got to take care of your tires. So they may have just driven the good right off of them, battling each other.
And you see Courtney run up on side-by-side lap cars. Patrick gets low out of the way here.
I think the 93's got some damage or something.
Oh my God, the general. Oh, and now Greg McDaniel too. They've got something I don't have there. I would have been on the brakes. That took some cojones there, B-Mac.
Yes, indeed. Both these guys fully capable of winning races. It looks like they're both kind of starting to go to the 2 earlier point.
And I wonder if Tom Ogle, you know, heard my plea here. I mean, he is.
He's in your ear, or you're in his ear.
Yeah, I mean, he's checked out from Kotska. If you remember, Kotska was pretty close, and he is all over the back of that Cartoon Network machine. And
yeah,
Greg McDaniel, let's see what he can do here. Yeah, I'm not sure if Tom maybe picked up the throttle a little too early, checked up there for a little bit, but it did look like center off, that he was going to have enough to take a peek underneath. But now Tom, he's catching him at the wrong time. He's been catching him on corner entry, and what he needs to do, needs to get in that throttle a little earlier than the one. And you can see, I mean, what do they say, B-Mac? Catching a guy's one thing, passing him is another.
Well, he's taking that high entry to get the drive off, but it looks like he can't quite get it down to the bottom on corner exit. But that's why he's not able to quite nail that corner entry or corner exit speed.
We're inching closer to halfway here. We are on lap 77, so not too far away.
Yeah, now what do you think about pits now? See, now you're in the car. Now what do you do? So your tires are shot, getting up on halfway. You don't want to be the first guy in the pits, but you don't want to be the last guy, or do you pit at all? It's really coming down to it right now.
Yeah, you know, this is where I know you were talking to me about the team speak. You think there's any communication? Could we get possibly, 2, 3 of the top 5 guys to come down pit road? And then, I mean, then you really force the hand to the other 2. You know what I'm saying? I don't think one guy is enough to make them panic.
No, I think it's probably 2 or 3 guys. I know we talk about it in team chat early in the race. I will say this, Sean Foltz, the last couple of races, towards the end of the race, refuses to share information with anyone, so, which is a nice little hitch as he's gotten more competitive and started winning races. So
yeah, and you mentioned
share it till the end, but when it's time to win, you go win. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, and I mean, that was him who did the 2 right side tires, I think, that you're referring to.
He didn't tell anybody about it. He told nobody about it, I guarantee it.
That was, man, he said, I loved it, that interview. He's like, I went out there and practiced. I tried it. He's like, I kept it close to my chest. That's exactly what he did. That's unbelievable. Do you think now, okay, B-Mac, glad you brought that up, because now if we're coming down for green flag here, I mean, I really haven't run Martinsville in a long time, tricky racetrack. I mean, I got to think you'd want 4, but I mean, is there that guy who's willing to do 2?
You know, I didn't try it, but why not? I mean, it's, you know, track position is such a huge deal. Now, the field's pretty spread out here, so it's not that they're all stacked up on another. But, man, the thing about pits is, if it were me, I mean, I'm going to get 4 all the time because I don't want to upset the balance of the car, but I'm so worried about, you know, catching a yellow while I'm on pit road. So that's the thing that these drivers are trying to balance right now, is that not taking that risk of not being the first guy, you know, to pit when, you know, the next 10 guys come in and cause a yellow.
Yeah, and I mean, you know how easy that can happen too, especially if you get 3 or 4 cars with new tires around those guys with old tires. I mean, you're catching them so fast. And, I mean, we've seen you get up out of the way, you make one mistake, or even you on cold tires, you know, make a mistake here. As we see, I believe Brian Lynch make a move on the inside. Got Sean Foltz behind him, that 2-tire man who is locked into the show. He's currently running 15th. He's just enjoying himself out here today.
Yeah, he started to back in to serve a penalty, and he was trying to keep the car clean and not get tagged with another penalty by the championship. But since he is locked in, I'm sure he'd be happy with the top 10 of the 0X tonight.
I didn't even realize Sean is a lap down. So the leaders snuck by him. There are only 11 cars on the lead lap. Yeah, Crisco is the last car on the lead lap.
Long green run.
And you got to think now, obviously he doesn't hear us talking, or maybe he does, but if Tom Ogle would have that information, I mean, I don't even think he wants a caution right now, because, I mean, he needs to pull some points on Kotska. And now Jerry Isaacs, we've got our first guy inside of the top 10 here coming down pit road.
Jerry's a driver who, if I see him duck into the pits, I'm taking notice, and I'm probably coming in soon after.
Interesting to see here is see his lap go around. That will put him a lap down. Now Andrew Kotska coming down pit road, and
open the floodgate.
Oh boy!
See everybody coming now.
Now Tom Ogle screaming for that caution.
That's right.
Two more laps, throw the caution.
Comes the 83. Yep.
83. Oh boy. I mean, B-Mac, it's almost like you know something. I mean, he said when the 51 Isaac comes down, I'm taking note. And I mean, it only took one to snowball.
Yeah, there are some drivers when you see them who that you because you have to their strategies usually sound, and that they tend to set the notes tone for the rest of the field. That's what we're seeing right now. 78. That Ogle is on pit road as well. Looks like we're going to cycle all the way through here.
Yep, Isaacs went down 2 laps. I believe Kotska kind of just siphoned in right behind him down 2 laps as well.
Looks like the general strategy is just dead halfway, just split the race in half. It's pretty common.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, you know, why not? I mean, if you're going to have to come down anyway, and you see the... Oh, no!
Oh, we got a yellow! Oh, no! The 83 and the 102 and the 51. Oh, my goodness. Well, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, my gosh.
We're talking about, right, getting out there on new tires and lap traffic, and they got sideways with each other. Looks like they were 3 wide there for a minute.
Oh, my gosh.
Looks like Jerry lost on the entrance there.
Yep, just on the braking, caught the curve, and...
They just couldn't hang on to it. Looks like nobody got any significant damage, so they'll be okay once they get the cars turned back around.
Well, being 2 laps down is the damage. And then and then that's how you know. You can see the general try to save this. That he knows, dude, if I wreck here, I'm done. I mean, he cranks the wheel to the right. He does try to keep it straight. And even Isaac says, come on, man, straighten up. I'm trying. But, man, it was too much. And now all right, so we will have, I think we had 6 guys on the lead lap still. There are a couple guys who'll get the wave around, but guys like Tom Ogle, man, he'll get one lap back here naturally, you know, by just unlapping himself by the leaders on pit road. But man, BMAC, I think he's going to be 2 laps down, or you know, at least a lap down. That's almost all she wrote for Tom.
That's terrible luck. That's just the kind of heartbreaking thing. Sometimes racing does that to you, but you hate it for. Looks like the 92 maintains his lead with the 77 right behind him.
Yeah, and it like Tom Ogle and those guys maybe weren't super close to the pace car, and I guess with those leaders, they pulled back out in front of them, even though Tom didn't go down pit road. They didn't even get the natural wave around, so that is, wow. I don't know what the hiccup was there with those guys, but it had to be something.
The top 5 are on the same on the lead lap. 6 and beyond's 1 lap down. The 28 and 59, all 1 lap down. But this is going to shake the field all kinds of ways up. Yeah, a lot of these guys are probably already had their pit stops. Now they're getting the wave around, so they'll probably stay on the lead lap. Some of them will anyway.
Yeah, so Tom Ogle is on lap 94. The leaders are on lap 96. So Tom Ogle 2 laps down. That is, man, that's a tough break here. Is Tom now getting to the outside? I don't know if they'll need to extend this, but it is. Yeah, they had to. That's what. I know Tom was thinking the same thing I am. I'm sorry, that was bad commentating for me under that caution. But I'm really perplexed. So obviously something must have went wrong there. Tom and them, they weren't able to beat the guys who came down pit road.
They must not have caught the pace car. They must not have been able to catch the pace car because the field was so spread out when that caution happened.
Exactly, and I think he was hanging there towards the front thinking, oh, I'm going to get a wave around too. But it never gave it to him, and then he was in the wrong spot. Man, he's got to be wondering, what bad luck here. I mean, what did he do? As the green flag is high, I assure you it is ready to fly this time. We are on lap 99 at the Martinsville Speedway. Boy, we only got 82 laps to play. This is going to go quick, B-Mac.
Yeah, the 92 got a great jump. Already got a car length and a half on second place. That's just how you want to execute that restart. Daniel stuffing it in there for the 77. That's a great pass right there. That's just how you drew it up. Do it while you got new tires.
Yeah, now the 77. He got the big run off.
Quietly, is he?
No, he's not. But man, Greg didn't give him a choice there. Now Tom Ogle, Mr. Nice Guy's gone. He's got to go. He's got to get one back naturally, and then he needs another caution. And there's the caution.
Oh, there's one. 94's around. That Negus is stuck there on the wall. Looks like no damage. It just spun out there. Well, that caution helps about half the field there. Somebody's going to get some folks are going to get their lap back naturally. Man, looks like Ogle lucky dog.
That's what I'm wondering. So I don't. Man, I'm terrible with NASCAR nowadays. I think real NASCAR, so it would go to the closest car to the leader. The first lap down, I believe, and with Tom Ogle being 2 laps down, he's not going to get it. So I think Warisco should get the wave around.
He's gnashing his teeth. You know he's just going to hate life right now.
Yep, and here comes Briscoe.
Such a helpless feeling to be at the front of the field, but just stuck 1 or 2 laps down. There's just nothing you can do about it. It's heartbreaking.
I know Tom's telling those front 3 guys that you better want to pit. You know, you probably want to get right side tires.
Briscoe continuing the solid run. I guess that gets him back on the lead lap, running P6.
Yeah, I mean, and
with a clean race car too. It's a great run tonight.
Clean race car, only 6 guys on the lead lap. I mean, you wouldn't think he could do much worse than that now if he does indeed keep it clean. And amazing here, that 92 of James Hislop. Ryan, click up that points graphic one more time real quick. How many points was Hislop out? 23. I mean, he had to win.
Winning, you're in, man.
This is unbelievable. I mean, you click it away, Ryan. That with the pressure on, 23 points down, he leads the way. And
well, the ones are pretty far down as well, right? This is the ones that kind of in the same exact same situations. So they're all going to be.
I think
for the win.
I think Ryan, click it up real quick one more time since we go around. I think Greg.
Yeah, he's 11 points out.
Oh yeah, Jesus. You're right. You're right. As I zoom in, there is pink on that. I am sleeping on McDaniel. So, okay, now
with Ogle being 2 laps down, that 4th spot is wide open. So you can win at your end, or you can finish really well at your end here.
Yeah. So coming into tonight, I would assume Greg McDaniel 17 points behind Tom Ogle, and Tom Ogle running 15. Greg McDaniel running second. So, oh man, this could get crazy here. Unbelievable.
Yeah, classic.
As we see the pace car dive off, we'll take the green flag this time by. Be on lap
But early last time.
Yeah, hopefully. Tom Ogle needs a couple more, though, so it depends who you ask. As the green flag waves, we are back underway. Great restart for the inside 2 rows.
And his lap jumps out to that lead again. You get the clean racetrack and get the whole racing line to yourself. That is a very good feeling. He's having a tough time sticking to the bottom there. You wonder if he's doing that high entry, trying to get a late apex run off of turn 2 and turn 4. But
yeah, just wonder, maybe obviously, I mean, we assumed that the 77 maybe drove hard a little early. That's why the 92 was able to get around him. You think maybe
the zeros around, double zeros around.
Cautions breed cautions. We got another one, Tom Ogle.
Got another one.
Man, Tom Ogle is screaming right now. Oh, man. And the 59 is Sean Foltz. He will be the guy who gets the lucky dog, as long as he wasn't involved in this, I should say.
Doesn't look like he was. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Double zero.
Okay.
Just lost it going into the corner.
Yep,
the Ford just tagged him. Dakota.
Oh, Grandpa. Dakota Pishka. That's a tough one.
Not happy right now. I mean, nobody got into him. He just lost it. He was kind of in between both lines there.
Oh, man. Oh, just not able to get around. That's a tough break there. There's a good bit of damage on the front end of that 4. So now we will have 7 cars on the lead lap. Sean Foltz gets the wave around.
Well, cautions do breed cautions, don't they?
Yeah, and Lloyd Moore, he was one of those cars on the lead lap. So I may have, said it too soon that there were another car on the lead lap. He's still sitting on pit. Nope, he's going to pull off for the pace car comes. Okay, he's going to stay on the lead lap. But I would assume definitely some heavy damage on that left side if he was still sitting on pit road. That thing doesn't exactly look the healthiest.
Yeah, it looks a little crooked. Well, that 92 has been on rails this whole race. You give him a new set of tires, he just set sail.
Yeah, you got to wonder. I mean, I know, you mentioned there with Daniel not coming, obviously, virtual racing. But, man, there's some of these guys, we take this stuff so seriously. I wonder how many laps James Hislop put on this track this week. I mean, it's got to be in the at least 300-400 laps. I mean, to be this consistent, it's unbelievable.
I sure hope so. We definitely care about it that much. That's for sure.
Well, here we go. We're doubling up.
Yeah, don't count on. He tends to be there at the end too. He's pretty sneaky. He's sneaky fast.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, you got to expect an all-out war between the 1 and the 92, and maybe the 77. He just gets to pick up the scraps here and steal one as the green flag's high. We're back underway. 70 laps to go play.
Whoa, just accordions up the field. You get a caution right there? Nope, saved it, didn't he? That's a great save right there. I thought for sure that was a wreck.
Yeah, that's a huge save there by Bates, and you could kind of see it. I mean, it just started. McDaniel kind of checked up there.
Yeah, the field picked
the
up
77, and yeah, it was literally the accordion effect.
Looks like the 77 might be struggling with handling a little bit. I mean, he may have overdriven that corner early, but he's also having. Looks like he's having some trouble keeping the car down low.
And I would think he's going to have a little more trouble once that Cartoon Network machine gets a little closer here because, I mean, shame on me to sleep on him in the point standings, but Greg McDaniel, he needs this just as bad. And obviously, you know, still plenty of time here, BMAC, but at the same time, not plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
You know, you got to go here.
Yeah, 60 laps at Martinsville goes by in a blink. To your point, I mean, every driver right now is up on the wheel. It's time. It is definitely time to go.
Go Hislop. He's opened that up, man. Last time by, he ran a 19:13, but the lap before that, he ran the fastest lap of the race at a 19:04. So, I mean, you said it, BMAC. Every single driver, it's go time, man.
You remember Hislop did this early in the race. He started the race and got out to a big lead, but struggled a little bit with tire wear at the end of the run. So we'll see how that comes back to him here in the last 40 or 50 laps.
Oh, another caution flag. Who do we got this time? I am with my broadcasting partner. I do not see a cause either on my software. Oh, Bill Martin. Okay, Bill Martin, and he basically saves it here, Ryan. So it must have just been funky enough for iRacing to not like it. He enters turn 1.
So if you're on the lead lap here, do you pit? Oh, he just lost it.
Tom Ogle says yes.
He may have caught the curb. Yeah, that was a little bit of a ticky-tack caution, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Tom's in charge of the cautions. You know, he's just going to keep clicking that button here every time there's something crazy. That is an amazing save.
What a save. He just drifted right through there.
And I think not only, you know, obviously saves that car, but he did it to not slam into the back of the 51. He clearly overdrove corner entry, locks it up for said reason, and, I mean, keeps it off of every single car. And he may have been one that I maybe would have thought would have came down and get tires, but it looks like Bill stayed out.
Yeah, he gets extra style points for that one. So no takers on pit road. That track position at this point in the race, if you got it, you just do not want to give it up.
No, you can't. And I mean, really, you're Brian Lynch. You're grateful to be put back on the lead lap here, but that lucky dog at the same time is also a bit of a curse here, tail end of the longest line. You're praying for another caution here if you want to get involved in the outcome of this race, because BMAC, I don't care how good you are, you know, 60 laps to go. I don't think you're working through 20 cars to get up towards the front.
Absolutely not. 20 cars that are all trying just as hard as you to work to the front.
Oh, and there I actually do see Bill Martin in my view. He is pulling off pit road, so he heard me. He said, yeah, you know what? I did slide. I might as well come down and get those new tires and go home with them. I believe the lights are off on the pace car. They are, so we'll go back racing this time. Drivers start to double up here, and, you know, we've been talking about that one car, BMAC. He's got to get on it here. This has to be the restart of the season here.
Yeah, the 92s has pretty much jumped that restart as soon as he gets to the zone, so you've got to be ready for that because he's done that pretty much every single restart.
If I'm Greg, I'm going to make him go at the beginning of the zone. I think I'm going to take my chances here and let the chips fall where they may. See, we ride on board with Greg. They drop the hammer, and boy, what a jump
huge
for your
restart.
leader.
Wow. It's a good restart by the one. Gets it past Hurley. Looks like he's going to have a clean racetrack, too. So.
Yep, Hurley didn't even put up a fight there. He could smell it. I mean, that one, he was coming. And look at Crisco. Robert Guarisco flirting with a top 3 here. Boy, oh boy, if Crisco could get on the podium, man. Oh, what a night it would be.
is putting together one heck of a run.
Yeah, no, I mean, not just out there driving. I mean, that's all the strategy calls, knowing, hey, something may happen. I got to stay out. And I mean, to just be one of those guys too, it was only a couple of laps, B-Mac, but when you were out there on those old tires and those guys were, driving by you like you were sitting still, that takes a different kind of discipline, man, to just stay out there and take your licks and, know it may pay off in other ways.
It does not feel good in the short run, but you're absolutely correct. It feels really good when it pays off. Crisco's been there the whole race. He's been flirting with that top 5, top 10 the entire run. So he's putting together a good race tonight.
Yeah, not that it's the fun battle to talk about, but if we were to, say, get another caution, Andrew Kotska would be the lucky dog winner. He's currently running 9th, and with his points gap, I mean, we don't know if he's got incident points tonight, what the deal is with that, but seems to be pretty comfortable. And, man, I would think if I'm Kotska, I'm just trying to keep that 11 right there off my nose to know where Tom Ogle is.
Yeah, and hoping for another caution, just like you said. That 92 is just setting sail. He's running a different race, especially early in this run. He's got almost a whole straightaway of a lead off the one.
Yeah, it really is crazy. And, I mean, we still have, 33 and a half laps to go here as we get ready to enter 3. I mean, did James maybe pop the cork a little too soon? Will Greg McDaniel reel him back in?
That's two schools of thought. I mean, it's late. It's time to go. So if you got it, it's definitely time to get there. But you definitely want to leave something there for the last 25 laps. And you will see that he is just setting sail.
No, and I mean, we've talked about it through different points of the night, but we're short track racing, B-Mac. So I would say the worst time to be that car trying to block here is coming down towards the end of the race. And if you got old tires, if you didn't save yourself enough, you may be in trouble. Is right now, his lap, though, he's clicking off the faster laps. I mean, you're looking at it, he's a tenth to 2 tenths faster every lap here. Let's see what it is this time.
He's kind of running that middle line between the low line. Doesn't look like he's working the car that hard. He's staying real smooth, and super consistent, staying right on that seam.
Yeah, he ran a 19.3 last time by, whereas, man, oh man, Hurley in the 7s. So that is not what you want to see there if you're Hurley. If you're McDaniel, excuse me.
His lap's consistency here is almost perfect. You see him cut down, and he's staying right on that seam on entry, then coming right down almost to the bottom of the corner on exit, just the same every single lap, every single corner.
And then all of a sudden, look at Tom Ogle, too. I mean, that's not the guy I think you want behind you if you're the 77 right now. I mean, he's got to go, and he sees the leader just walking away, so that's making him push that much harder. I mean, he's got to get 2 of these back, and in all reality here, I mean, we've got 48 to go. It is not looking good here for Tom, so he may have to make some of his own luck here.
Yeah, you're running out of time. You got to go.
And Crisco, I think he knew that. I mean, he let those guys by. He said, maybe I can use you guys to get on the podium. You may drive a little harder than I want to right now, and if Crisco is using that attitude, just saving him his stuff, I'm telling you, man, he may be a real contender for 3rd here before this thing's said and done, B-Mac.
Would not surprise me one bit. I would have moved over too. See those guys coming up behind you. They were on a mission.
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, especially Chris Bates, he's the man behind you for position, not too close to you. I mean, you're not feeling too much pressure. And let's see, let's go Brian Lynch. He was your lucky dog. He has gotten around most of those cars. He's getting closer here to battling for position. He's got Lloyd Moore 2 cars ahead of him, and then, right in front of Lloyd Moore is the general, Dwayne MacArthur. He's a couple laps down.
McDaniel's got to be frustrated right now because he's giving it all he's got, and he just sees the 92 getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
And all of a sudden, I mean, Yeah, as my the man in the back here, Ryan Seneca. Sorry, you guys don't hear him, but he said it. I mean, Hislop, he's gone. This thing is 3-second lead. You got to think. I mean, obviously you could use a little bit or lose a little bit, BMAC, if you burn up your tires, but Hislop's he's to the point of no return. I think he's going to be okay. I mean, unless he absolutely, would flatten the tires, run him that hard.
He looks like he's running a different race today.
Man, to be able to do that with literally, I know, this is the virtual world, but man, these guys have worked so hard all season, and you're back literally against the wall. If you don't win, you're probably not in. And man, Hislop, this is something, I mean, I would not want to have to race that guy next week at Phoenix, not with the momentum he's going to have, BMAC.
That's the definition of clutch right there. He's showing it. What's I'm noticing his consistency, just lap after lap, corner after corner, not even putting the wheel wrong, not locking up the brakes. He's just on it every single corner. Relentless.
Roger Hurley still running behind Greg McDaniel. Tom Ogle still stuck there in line. Kotska behind Ogle, and Kotska is in the spot, I think, where, he would obviously love to, get by those two. But being in the lucky dog, I think that's why he's so dead set on, hey, Tom, if you want to go move those guys, want to get aggressive, go ahead. But if there's an incident point, we know how iRacing works, BMAC. If you get any contact, you're not getting that lucky dog.
That's right. So it looks like McDaniel's closing that gap down just a little bit. It's like we were talking about earlier. You wonder if Hislop may have burned up those tires a little bit. McDaniel seems to be a little bit better on long runs, so keep checking those deltas, but Greg might be making up some time right here.
Yeah, you see the green there. That ain't good for Hislop. I mean, it's good for those other two drivers. You see McDaniel come across line. It's a 1/10 and a half, 2/10 every lap. Now let's see. 2.5 seconds. Let's do some math here. If he keeps up the 2/10s, 15 laps, and we got 35 to go. I mean, it's checking out. It's going to have time to get there.
And, McDaniel's the guy who can do that. He's traditionally always had a lot of late run speed, a lot of consistency at the end of a tire run, too. So would not surprise me one bit.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, Greg McDaniel, he needs to win, or he's not in. I mean, if he could literally, just steal this thing. I mean, that would be robbery here. With the way Hislop has performed tonight, has led the majority of the way. But now, you see, with all those cautions, maybe this stint size is working out here for the one.
We were setting up for a classic finish no matter what here.
Then I look at the last time by, he made up that 1/10 and a half again. So Greg McDaniel not able to consistently reel him in here. And man, oh man, clock's starting to wind.
Yeah, fatigue is starting to become a factor too. If you're 150 laps in, your arms are getting tired, probably sweating a little bit, and it's easier to make mistakes at this point in the race because you've been white knuckling it for the last 150 laps.
No, and I think we're at that point where obviously, Brian, anything can happen, but with the guys who are battling for position, other than really these top, guys battling for second, I don't really see another caution flag coming. We're all going to be on equal tires. Nobody's going to come down and get fresh tires to kind of, mix up the pace of this race. If you've got anything, you're going to have to make do with what you got here, I think.
That's the OBRL way. We tend to see a lot of long green runs, especially at the end. The field's thinned out a little bit. You've got some race cars that are damaged, cars on multiple laps. So it would be very, very, very much in the OBRL style for us to go green the rest of the way.
His last time by Hislop, he's got himself back down in those fives again. He's rattling back off some quick times, pulled away by almost 2.5 tenths that last lap. And Hislop absolutely feeling himself out front.
He is putting on a clinic.
see. Lloyd Moore, he's got Brian Lynch behind him. That's another semi-close battle, a battle for 7th place here. Lloyd, though, feeling pretty good here. And Brian, I think, just thankful to be back on the lead lap after getting stuck a lap down.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he caught that much damage, but it looks like his car looks like he demolished that other car earlier in the race. So he's definitely thankful to be on the lead lap and thankful to be having a single-digit finish after that.
Yeah, very lucky. Good turnaround there for Lloyd Morris. Roger Hurley, he's entering a little higher here. I thought he was maybe going to set up for a turn down under Greg McDaniel, but instead just overdrove the corner a little bit, lost some time. He's trying it again here. I mean, you got to do what the guy in front of you is not doing, B-Mac, is, Greg McDaniel clips the wall a little bit.
77's a good driver, man. He's got the racecraft to be able to do exactly what you just said. That's 59, Sean Foltz is in a hornet's nest back there, still trying to keep the car clean.
Yeah, this lap car trying to get out of the way. There's you're trying to make a pass. Doesn't make it easy.
Visual late caution. Here we go. Negus in the turn 3 wall there, looks like. Not a whole lot of damage. They've just lost it there. Well, now what do? You got to get tires now, right? I mean, you've been out there for a while. You got to get you some Snuggies for the last 25 laps. It's going to be a slugfest out here.
If you're Scott Negus, you put McDonald's back on the car, because since he has taken that McDonald's logo off, I mean, it has been a rough couple races for Negus. And, I'm telling you, Scott, you put it back on the race car. Who doesn't love a good old double cheeseburger?
Leaders are coming on pit road.
All right, so Tom Ogle, he's going to get one lap back now. This time he thinks. Is he staying out there?
Do not slide through your pit box here, fellas. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Now watch the 92. He comes to a stop pretty good. The 77 now, he crawled in there, and I'm wondering if that will, Roger Hurley may pay for that in the long run if maybe he loses a couple spots. Do you know how that goes, B-Mac? I mean, I hate to sound cliche, but you literally can't lose races on pit road.
You just saw it, right? Absolutely, yes. You got to ride that balance between being aggressive on getting into your pit and sliding through, but you've got to be aggressive. That was something else that I noticed when I first started racing in the OBRL, is that there's just the amount of time that these drivers spend getting off and on pit road under green and under yellow. Green flag pit stops, their pit stop times are amazing. So I would come out of the pits and I'd come out and drop 10 places and not know why, but it's all has to do with the amount of time these guys spend on pit road. It's something that we work on.
You should note too, the general, he did not come down pit road. You see him in that line of cars. He is ahead of the leader, so he will get a wave around here when we get the 1 to green. And I am lying to you, because Sean Foltz never came down pit road. Ryan knows all back there, and he sees that Sean Foltz stayed out. But man, lucky for Tom Ogle, he was in front of Sean Foltz.
That's an interesting call right there.
Well, you said it. I mean, if anybody was going to do anything in strategy, it was a 59 B-Mac. Like I say, it's almost like something here with these guys.
You just do what the other guy doesn't do. Sean's a master at that.
I'm telling you, Tom Ogle is the biggest Sean Foltz fan right now. He does not need one of those guys who need to win to get this thing done. And what happened to Greg McDaniel? Did he have a penalty or something?
Oh, my goodness. Foltz got a great restart.
No. Boy, oh boy, that is what Foltz needed. Thomas saying, go, Sean, go. You got to lock this thing down as James Hislop runs in second.
It's going to be hard to hold Hislop off on old tires.
Yeah, Hislop going to make him try here. He's going to show him the nose, takes a peek underneath, gets the elbows out, and he's got to go now. Sean Foltz, he tried, but, man, better luck next time.
That's going to be tricky.
And now, you know, I said everybody was going to be on the same tires here. I'm not wishing this on Sean, but we may not be done having cautions yet. As you see, Crisco and Bates, they make contact there. Bates gets around him for fourth. And I'm telling you, as they approach those old tires, they're battling this hard. That could really create a stack up.
Yeah, late in the race, it is time to go.
Got a battle there for the lucky dog between MacArthur and Cousins. MacArthur holding him off for the moment. We may indeed need that lucky dog. Chris Bates taking a peek on the inside of Foltz. Foltz, they make a little contact there. Boy, oh boy.
Elbows out.
He is holding on for dear life. Now he sends it in on
crossover.
Oh boy.
Oh, they're beating and banging. That's fantastic racing right there. That is what you want to see.
Man,
so Sean's not giving it up. He's staying on that inside.
He is doing that on old tires too. I mean, he is giving it his all. He's not going away.
And that's some OBRL racecraft right there. Daniel Lloyd Moore getting into it now.
And Craig McDaniel, he absolutely needs every point he can grasp.
Got to be hot under the collar. We don't know what happened, but he was a lot further back than we thought. So, you know, he's going. Going 3 wide here, looks like, if he had to. No! That's going to be a caution.
I'll tell you, you know, that's you do got to love that, though, B-Mac, because your season's on the line. He was driving the absolute blood out of that thing.
He was sending it. You gotta. I mean, you have to. So I respect that. Checkers are wreckers.
He just gets some marbles on that right rear, and well, I mean, we talked about it. Then you lose the grip, and you can see it just slides coming off the corner, and he's trying to pin it. He's trying to win it. And man, now just a tough break here. Sean Foltz. I thought he was going to come down pit road.
That's what I would have done, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was going to there. He didn't. He bluffed me.
Did 83 get the lucky dog there? Is Dwayne back on the lead lap?
Yeah, Dwayne should get the lucky dog. He didn't come down pit road, I believe, for that reason.
The general.
Man, now Dwayne, he needs another one, though, because he's going to be at the tail end.
That's right. Look at some damage on the front there, too.
And if he gets another caution, I'm telling you, he may be willing to get a little more damage on that thing.
I can guarantee it.
He is feeling the pressure.
Was it? I think it was Tony Stewart that said he was wreck his grandmother to win a race. I think that's about where we are right now.
Dang right. I have wrecked my father on iRacing to win races. Well, that's what you got to do sometimes.
Why am I not surprised?
You know, maybe he was a lap down blocking me. Maybe that's why I wrecked him. But I didn't want to throw him under the bus for that.
It's okay. I smoked my kid on iRacing too. I'm not going to take it easy on him. Kid's got to learn that life is hard.
That's what I'm saying. I remember the first time, you know, it means something to you as a kid when you beat your dad. Like, my dad loved that Rat Bag World of Outlaws Sprint Cars game on PlayStation. I mean, he had a notebook thick of setups. He would work on setups, and I can't remember. I remember the first time I beat him. It was probably the best feeling of my life.
To this day, I imagine.
Oh, dude, for sure. And he hears about it. You know, I'll go
every day. I would too.
I mean, he'll be like, you know, ask me questions. I'll be like, well, you know, I'm better than you, and he's got to live it down. But we're doubling up here. We're getting ready to play. We'll have 7 laps to go, and I know his lap's been quick, but now we got him restacked. I don't know if I feel so safe if I'm that 92 machine.
He's gone early every single restart. You got to be ready for that. As soon as he hits the restart zone, he's going. So you got to be ready for that. We're going to try to beat him.
He enters the restart zone. He drops the hammer. Another early one, and Bates got caught sleeping. So his lap able to shut the door on the bottom now. Or I mean, Hurley able to shut the door for P2. Now, will he be able to go make a run at his lap?
That is going to be a tall order.
Oh, boy, man. They were almost 3 wide in the back there, B-Mac. They are,
Yeah, the rest is
even
loaded.
in the
They're
back,
getting
they are racing. You see side by side, 2 by 2. Andrew Kotska finally back on the lead lap. There's a little contact, and we are going to have a caution flag. Courtney Nelson now on the lead lap as well. He should get the lucky dog if he didn't get any contact in that.
And that should also bring Dwayne MacArthur back up through all those lap cars and back in the regular racket. That's like he just lost it on the braking zone there. It's easy to do late in the race.
Yep, Cousins just a little hiccup on the inside.
Once you get up on that curve, you're just not getting it back.
And you notice that 78 of Courtney Nelson, how close was he to getting that incident point? Not getting that lucky dog. Oh, man, that's good reaction there by Courtney. Man, you see it. Yeah, I mean, that happens so quick. And then Courtney, at the same time, B-Mac, he's staring up in his rearview mirror saying, Bill, please don't hit me.
Don't hit me.
Oh, man, that is one where you're definitely putting a lot of faith in the guy behind you, too. But he gets the wave around. He'll be back on the lead lap. And, well, as you mentioned now, Dwayne MacArthur, all of a sudden, he'll be tightened up to the field. And do we have this is something we haven't even had to mess with. Do we have a 2 green flag checkered limit, or is it unlimited?
Well, at least on Monday nights, it's 1. I don't know what it is in the Cup, so that's
okay.
So 1 green-white checker, just once. We're going to rack them up here and get it done one time. And our drivers know that. So.
Yeah, we will really only get 1 attempt here, too, because we're not going to get the natural attempt. So they'll have to stick it out, I believe, here. So we'll be doing 181 laps here tonight.
This is going to be a hornet's nest. There will be no more giving. It'll be all taken.
The real question is, how many times under caution has James Hislop done the sign of the cross in that car? I mean, he is trying to find anything to bring this thing home. I mean, he has been the dominant race car, and now at the end, I mean, oh boy, anything could happen. And if you're Bates, I mean, they've got to be listening to you, B-Mac. He has gone early every time. You got to try to get there.
He's got superhero restarts. See if he does it again here.
Yeah, and Bates really not that tight with him here. Let's see what happens as he drops it. Good start there. He is gone, and there's a side-by-side battle for second, which is exactly what Hislop wants to hear.
Loves to see that.
Oh, they were 3 wide behind Brian Lynch. He had to fall in line there. Boy, he was the meat in the sandwich.
Oh.
Crisco, he gets fed the chrome horn. Crisco goes around.
Oh.
The white flag. This is going to be it. Hislop coming off a 2 for the final time. He's got Hurley cleared by 3 or 4 car lengths. Final time through 4.
What?
Crisco turns around and the checkered flag waves. James Hislop punches his ticket to Phoenix. The man needed to do it, and he did it. What a drive, B-Mac.
In dominating style. He just dominated that race from end to end, was stuck to the bottom of the track, nailed every restart. That is a superior performance.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I am not, I hate to even play that game, but I got to assume, looking at the standings, that Kotska coming home 6th. He probably locks up that 4th and final spot. Man, what a run there for Hislop. As he parks it on the front stretch, we will step away for a short break, and we'll be right back with your full rundown and interviews from your top 3 here at the Martinsville Speedway. Stick around on the Virtual Grip Network. We are back live on the virtual Grip Network after 181 hard-fought laps here at the Martinsville Speedway. We had a green-white checkered that saw James Hislop come out on top. He needed the win, B-Mac, and that's exactly what he did.
Just a clutch performance, dominated from end to end, crushed every restart, had the car on rails the entire race. What a show.
Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at that final rundown of drivers. Your top 10, James Hislop, of course, bringing home the win. Roger Hurley, P2. Chris Bates rounding out the podium. Brian Lynch, fourth after going a lap down. What a recovery for Brian. Same with the general, Dwayne MacArthur. I mean, guys going a lap down being in the top 10 are going to be quite the pattern here. Andrew Kotska, sixth. Lloyd Moore, seventh. Sean Foltz, eighth. Courtney Nelson, ninth. And what a heartbreak there for Crisco. But hey, still gets top 10.
Got some good TV time, too, and spent some time up in P3. We thought he was going to bring home a podium, so great run tonight, Crisco. 11th to 20, it's Scott Negus. 12th place, Tom Ogle. Man, he was back and forth. They just got 2 laps down early, could never really make anything happen after that. Dakota Pischke, Todd Cousins running 14th, Bill Martin 15th, Jerry Isaacs 16th, Torrance Child 17th, Clay Walker, Tommy and Macy, and Greg McDaniel after that tough pit road incident, rounding out your top 20.
Patrick Martindale coming home in the blackjack position. Gavin Adams, 22nd. Kelvin Mosier, 23rd. And Nicholas Self, 24th. Larry Corey, 25th. Alan Wanamaker and Michael Dow, they round out the field, 26th and 27th. Never made the call to the grid, but go ahead, man. Let's bring up that third place finisher, Mr. Chris Bates. Bates, Shaggy up in the booth, man. How you doing? It's been a while.
That it has. I don't think it's ever been.
Well, we've talked to you mid-race here, too. You know, come on. You can't. You know, I've talked to you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but never in this situation, so.
No, I mean, and what's it feeling like to bring it out in this situation? I mean, obviously a chaotic race. We get the green flag run in the beginning, and people start to come down pit road. But, Bates, I mean, you were one of the people. You stayed committed to those old tires, and obviously a little chaos. I mean, it came your way tonight. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, I knew that was messed up in qualifying. Not that it would have been much better, but I mean, that's like the only chance I got. Hopefully, the yellow would come out, and then damn if it didn't.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, though, you line up, you mentioned it, 15th. I mean, did we really think at a track that's so hard to pass at, I mean, you'd be sitting here on the podium at the end of the night?
No, never in a million years. I wouldn't. No. I mean, I figured even after all this, if I finished in the top, 6 or 7, I'd be happy with that. But, it just worked out for third, so.
Well, man, you went out there, you drove your tail off tonight in the 81, looked good out there doing it. Congratulations, Chris, on the top 3. You got anybody you want to thank on the podium?
I'll just thank my wife, Allie, and my little daughter, Madison, and my sponsor, L81.
Well, hey, congratulations, Chris. 1 race to go, man. We'll see you in Phoenix next week. Good luck, brother.
Thanks, sir. Y'all have a good one.
Chris Bates bringing home the P2 now. My partner, B-Mac, you got the P2 finisher. Who you got?
We have got Roger Hurley. Roger, great finish tonight, man. You started out the race strong. Looks like tire wear was becoming an issue for you mid-run. How was it out there today?
Well, starting up front doesn't hurt, I can tell you that. James was the class of the field, obviously, but tires, my tire wear wasn't bad. I was just trying to manage it for the long run. Then we got lucky with that, pit cycle and the caution.
Hey, you stayed consistent the entire race. So what was the big key for you to roll those long runs?
Don't look in the mirror. Hit your marks, and that was it. And if anybody gets under you or anything, you don't want to be racing, right? It's hard here.
It is very hard. You did a great job early in the race of managing traffic, especially as the field started to creep up on you. So great run tonight, man. Excellent work, and look forward to racing with you again real soon.
You bet, Brian. Thanks a lot. Good fun.
You got anybody you want to thank out there? Did we lose them already?
Yeah, definitely. Thank all the admins here at the OBRL and VGN network. You guys all do an awesome job. And obviously my wife for letting me come out and play with all you guys.
Right on, Roger. Thank you so much, man. Great run tonight. We'll see you again real soon.
All right, thanks. Take care, guys.
Alrighty, now we got the man who brought home the checkered flag when he needed it the most. James Hislop, you are racing for a championship in Phoenix, brother. How we feeling?
Pretty good. I didn't expect to freaking put a butt kicking on them, but good time to do it.
I'll tell you what, that is exactly what you did. I mean, you maybe said it nicer than I would have, man. You took those boys to school. And, I mean, I was talking to BMAC a little bit up here. How many laps did you put in this week? Because, I mean, dude, you were a machine.
I was probably around 1,000 laps, I'd say.
Okay, all right. I only give you credit for half those. I said at least 500.
Yeah, I hit it hard this week, pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, so much stuff kind of out of your factor or out of your hands there at Talladega. Anything could go wrong, and kind of did. But Roger, James, to find yourself, you know, racing for the championship next week. I mean, let's be honest. You know, you probably not the favorite going in. I mean, a lot of dogs in there, but you're going to be right there. What do we got to do to bring home that hardware, man?
I'm just going to work hard on it again this coming week, just like I did Martinsville, and hope for the best.
Well, James, when you go off to Phoenix, we will be rooting for you, man. It has been awesome to watch your race, and literally with your back against the wall, 20-some points out, man, you collect the win when you needed it. Congratulations on the big win. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I just want to thank all you guys and everybody that puts it on, and everybody that races me great every weekend for the most part. Appreciate it all. Thanks, guys.
Hey, go rest, man. You need it after that butt whooping. Good luck next week in Phoenix.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
James Hislop bringing home the win here at Martinsville. And Brian, you know, I mean, I teased there in the beginning there may be a guy, you know, starting on that front row, may throw a wrench into things. But I got to admit, I was kind of just talking. I did not think it was going to happen. I mean, what a run there for Hislop.
He put a clinic on the field. Those restarts just time and time again. And when you're in the car and you see that happening, and you're behind him and you're thinking, okay, don't let him get a jump, don't let him. But every single time he's getting a car length on the field and just sliding right into that preferred racing line. So just extraordinarily well done.
Well, Ryan, you know what time it is. Let's go ahead. Let's see what's coming up on the Virtual Grip Network this Tuesday. Oh, the iRock's back. I'm going to be there for that. Thompson Motor Speedway. Looking forward to the iRock Series racing. But, you know, BMAC, most of all, we are all looking forward to that one right there in the middle. I mean, somebody's coming home a champion at Phoenix next week.
Championship Sunday, bringing home the hardware.
Well, can't wait. That is going to be November 2nd at 8 p.m. So hit that like button. You hit that subscribe button. You better not miss that thing. And, well, that's going to wrap us up here on the Virtual Grip Network here at the Martinsville Speedway for the OBRL YesterYear Racing Cup Series. I'd like to thank my new partner, BMAC, the dude in the back, Ryan Seneca. And last but not least, we at the Virtual Grip Network want to thank all of you for tuning in. Have a good night.